Welcome back to Let's Play. Ugh, there's some big angry person up on the construction site. Let me tell you, people have got no respect for the sanctity of the construction site. Where's the, I'm very interested in this construction site. Ooh, is that a big ol' skeleton? I like big ol' skeletons. But I want to real quick see if I can find the last, tour buddy. Are you my last tour buddy? Welcome to part 2 of the Cenote tour. This is Cenote Lake. It has the mysterious effect of anyone who dives in it will warp back to where they were a few seconds ago. To this day, it is the only known trigger for the teleportation phenomenon in Cenote. Truly a testimony to the vicious cycle of living. We cannot escape our past. It will always haunt us. By the by, have you seen my brother? I last saw him around the market, but he's easy to lose track of. I have, in fact, and I have not even thought to... I can... Woo! How far can we go? 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 Do. That's how far we can go. Can I, let me hop on here. Whoop! Woo! That didn't help me. Actually, can I make it to there from here? Nope. To the construction site now. Ooh, that's a pretty color combination. I like the white and red and sort of the proportions of both of those. Yeah. So last time I was mentioning that I was used to kids who I taught wanting to make Minecraft, and I was curious then if they, going into this year, would want to make Fortnite in the same way, and I found that they did not. Interrupt myself real quick and say these are just fantastic construction site colors. You have the usual sort of maybe a little bit sandy gray and red, but with the beams being this like sunset orange and a rib cage. I'm all about all of this. This is fantastic. Hello. So why is it that I think maybe kids didn't want to make Fortnite? Kids were still wanting to make Minecraft, but not make Fortnite. I'll talk about that when we're inside Brand Maligden. Why would you come here to my hideaway? You are trying to stoke my rage and turn me to a disgusting monster. Am I? Why are you still standing here, Nano Cleaner? Oh god, my throat. Did you come here to gawk? Go away! The heaving beast, Brand Maligden, screams at Nova, but screaming is not enough. She stomps the platform and pounds her fists, rattling the skeletal structure around her. Nova stands frozen in terror. She's going about this nano cleaning business. Is she going about this nano cleaning business all wrong? Nova feels ashamed for making Brand so angry, for not approaching more tactfully. She wonders if maybe the center was wrong to trust her with such an important task. Suddenly, crash! A slab of concrete falls from above, breaking into pieces across the creature's head. You think this is pretty funny, don't you? Brand screams. Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is crushed. Ha ha ha. What? I got what I deserved. That's what you're thinking. Nova cannot imagine anything less funny than Brand Maligden's pain, but maybe Brand can see something about Nova that she herself cannot. Perhaps there is an ugliness inside of Nova that she has not yet learned to recognize. I need help, Brand Maligden says, suddenly, quietly. Please, clean me. They are thick with the presence of Nano Dust. That's really interesting. So I was talking, actually, episode 1, about part of what made me love the first Anodyne being this sort of emergent relationship to storytelling. I could have gone to Brand Maligden at any point, but it tells a different story of sort of the character arc of Nova to come here last. if I had come first, then I think maybe it would be a lot closer to, you know, oh, this is the first person Nova is cleaning. Infernal bleeding. A barbed tower is risen above the lava-soaked gutscape, painfully piercing its host. Ouch. But yeah. So it would be telling a story of ouch. Thank you for healing me after you hurt me. Oh. No bueno. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, so if I went first, then it would be like a no. Can talk? Keep looking this way. Try me. Yeah, I think I won't. I think I'm full now. If it was the first time round. Oh no, I missed. If it was the first one, then it could be a lot closer to a story of there we are. Ugh, no matter how many of those slimes I kill, that gate never opens. I want to set those annoying blobs ablaze, melt them down to a thick jam, spread them on my toast. Now then, why won't that gate open? Oh, is it this gate that won't open? Yeah, it seems so. What does this have to say? This gate hates slimes, but it doesn't want to see them die. Okay. I think I can do that. Yeah. But it would be, yeah, so if this story of sort of questioning of Nova being maybe upset by Brand's words, if that was the first encounter, then it would come across a lot more as maybe self-doubt of not knowing if she can do it, because she hasn't like gone in and done this for anyone like officially outside of the egg yet. What are you looking at, vacuum girl? Think I'm being unreasonable, huh? Think I'm getting too upset? But I think I think now fires? Yeah, expecting me to calm down with this dust floating around? Dust, Nova, that's the problem. Clean it, do better. Having this be, if not entirely at the end, then at least mostly at the end. I didn't get all of them. Then it makes it, at least to me, feel a lot more like Nova is questioning things she knows instead of oh, and now I do that. Cool. Oh no oh yeah. Whereas it could now it sort of comes off as I'll say a lot more sort of questioning of maybe these systems than her own ability, because thinking of something like the weirdness of the Great Guam, or you know, potential weirdness with, what was his face? Oh, we forgot to read one. Materia Wiesel. This body is like a lampshade. Our true light is constrained and dimmed by our physical forms. And yet, these same forms allow us to look at and touch each other. Life is a cruel joke. Gustine Papellum. Sort of some weirdness with any of these. It makes us feel like that's more what's being questioned than Nova's own ability. Cough, hack, Nova will be stopped. Engaging. Incineration protocol. But back to Fortnite, actually. While we do incineration protocol. This doesn't seem like enough boxes. Ah! Ow. Uh-oh. What now? Oh, you give me stuff. That's very nice of you. Cough. Stop. Can't move. Cough. Mission failed. Game over. Cough. Oh, but yeah, no, so there's this really interesting... Sorry. We're not going to talk about Fortnite for another minute, because I want to go back to this sort of emergent versus scripted or embedded narrative, because I'm remembering now that we're at the end of this, that there's probably going to be a Palisade thing, and those probably aren't... Those are probably dependent on which number of these you have collected, not which one it is currently. But each individual one has their individual story, right? And so I think that presents a really interesting game design challenge in two ways. Where did the anger begin? It's impossible to say, but if the dust had not arrived, I would never have reached this point, drowning in my own rage, like a soft buzzing sound or a faint red light, slowly growing in intensity. I was hardly aware of what was happening until it was too late. Then I felt like there was nothing I could do but scream and shake. I became so foul and ugly in my rage. Thank you, Nova, for helping me find peace. Nova feels the glandulock seed pulsating inside of her. It channels the center's power, transforming the deadly dust crystal into a card. Get to read a card. Get to read a card. Because, yeah, no, there's this really interesting challenge of having both of these pieces of narrative line up, as well as making the gameplay line up, too. Nova's stomach lurches as she flings herself out of nanoscale. That's what it is, she thinks to herself. The transition has been making me queasy, but this time she doesn't let herself fall to her knees. She hates to see Palisade looking so worried, even if it did feel nice when Palisade cradled her. Hello, darling Nova. Now that you have 4 cards, please return to Center Sanctuary to upgrade the Dust Prism. Will do. Huh? Why was I angry? I don't understand why you're asking me that. With the dust gone, I'm no longer so disgusting and full of bitter rage. Okay. Glad there's no fall damage. Good to know. Yeah, so how do you make it so that not just the storylines of each piece feel like they line up, like it makes sense for that. There we go. Not just that it makes sense for Palisade to show up in the capacity that she does when each of the other story bits are lining up, but how does the gameplay line up? How do you make each sort of individual mini dungeon feel like a true progression, one that could be done in any order? Next stop, Center Sanctuary. I think that's really neat. That's a cool sort of game design challenge. Oh no, I can't do the dust yet. I have to do the cards first. Yep. Oh, let's read the card. Brian Mulligden, true peace comes from within. It's foolish to ask the world around you to change to suit your desires. The only thing you control is your own feelings. I have mixed feelings about that. I think there are things around the world that we can change, but there are also things that are internal in that way that Bran is talking about. Yeah. Welcome to the prism reinforcement device, Nano Cleaner. Nova, please insert the cards you have collected so that the dust prism may be expanded. Wonderful, Nova. You have enough cards to upgrade the dust prism. Let us begin the upgrade process. Congratulations, Nova. You have reinforced the dust prism and increased its capacity by 50 units. Continue the good work. I can put in more dust now. Greetings, Nano Cleaner. Nova, welcome to the dust drop point. Oh, so back to Fortnite. I say almost an entire full episode later. Dan Olsen has a really, really great video on Fortnite, and I think it's called Manufactured Discontent. That I highly recommend. And it's sort of about how the design around Fortnite, not just the game itself, but of everything around it, has to do in some sort of capacity with making you not fully satisfied, but sort of with the perception that you could be satisfied, more satisfied, right? Amazing, Nova. The center now has enough dust in order to clear the storm. Come over and speak with Sea Psalmist and I. Whereas something like Minecraft, because I think it doesn't have the same sort of microtransaction economy with it. Not to say that it doesn't, but just it doesn't have the same degree, I'll say. You can feel more, I'll say, ownership of it. Even though both are about making things. What evil lurks inside of you, Sea Psalmist? What evil lurks inside of you, Palisade? Actually, wait, can I drop my dust off once more? Or, no. Because I still had 10 dust left. Amazing, Nova. You've reinforced the prism with cards and deposited enough dust to clear the storm. Also, your canister can now hold 90 units. Oh, that's very nice. Nano Cleaner, Nova, you bring this fallen world ever closer to its most perfect state. An unadulterated connection with its own identity, with its own center. There's part of a thesis statement for you. Sea Psalmist sings. That is a phrase that is bad on my old lisp. What's the sort of melody of this? Blessed are they who walk along the path of their creation, who radiate cleanliness from the center as light is cast from a flame. I don't think I did that right. The fool says, I am the center. They are like an arrogant flower, sprouting early to mock the winter's cold. The wicked shall wither before they blossom, their machinations crumbling to dust. But the righteousness bloom in season. The work of their hands is blessed. Their radiance is a joy to the ones they love. Their leaves a comfort and a shade. What a wonderful thing to be chosen. Nova, look, the dust you've deposited is being used by the center, and the dust storm is beginning to clear. Could be interesting notes in that song of sort of... It's always hard to balance a work together and a know your place kind of messages, right? I'm always weary of that. Nova, the elevator to the surface is ready. This world requests that you explore and bear yet more cards and dust into its heart. The center. Go forth in peace and clean. Dope. Now I can drop off my dust. But yeah, because Minecraft... I wonder how much of this too has to do with the sort of the graphics between the two. Although I think the students that I've taught tended to be pretty, I'll say pretty good about understanding, not using the language of, but sort of conceptually knowing what a demake is. So not having to make something exactly as it is, but saying, okay, I can give the same ideas that this game does, without having to. No, that's not right. Elevator's this way. I wonder if that'll turn into another elevator. And so I don't know how much the graphics really have to do with it. But I think there's a combination between the multiplayer and the what's it called? This feeling of ownership. Because Minecraft as a game that you know that can have multiplayer, but is generally a single player experience. I'll just drive around the highway while I make my point real quick. I think that's part of why the kids swerve between lanes. There's no other cars here yet. I have no clue if there's going to be. It's part of what gave the kids sort of more feeling, more desire to make one than the other. Yeah, and so it's actually interesting then linking this sort of game design of a battle royale to this idea of manufactured discontent, because by the game design itself, there are going to be 98 losers. There's going to be way more losses than there are wins. Yeah, no, I think that makes sort of this idea of almost ownership of it really interesting. And doubly interesting too when you think of relationships that kids have with these games, not just with playing them, but with watching them. And if there's a sort of a difference there that might also contribute to how these kids sort of think about this stuff. But yeah, I think that's I think I'll wrap it all up there for now. We'll play more Anodyne real soon. I think after this episode goes up, we'll take a few days break before we head up to the surface. Actually, you know what? Let's close off with a nice little surface sojourn, just to see what it's like. What it's like up there. Nova presses the console and it lights up in words. Next stop, the Blue Veil. Oh. Nova. I know we just talked in Center Sanctuary, but I need to tell you something. I'm going away for a while. There's something I need to do. I won't be able to check in on you as often, but please know that you are always in my heart. Do you remember that nano creature, when that nano creature attacked you after you were just born? I channeled the power of a card then to create an invincible barrier. Nova, I'd like you to have my card now. Keep it close and don't use it to reinforce the prism. May it protect you from all harm, even when I am far away. Nova received the Palisade card. Is this going to be the card before the other 4 cards? That's my bet. I'm placing bets right now. Okay, I love you, sweetheart. I'll be in touch as soon as I'm able. Bye for now. I think more characters need to talk sort of sweet in the way that Palisade talks. Speaking of, let's check that card. It is 0. I was right. Booyah. A special protective card given by Palisade for use in a time of need. We'll save the game, and we will catch you next time. Goodbye.